Oke, di sini kita lanjut saja ke game yang ketiga ya guys. Di sini sangat-sangat apa ya, sangat-sangat terdominasi dari tim Vitality di sini. Jujur gue nggak seberapa suka juga dari berasnya tim Vitality ini. Soalnya Umi Eko pakai Yuzong itu ini gak sih kayak aneh aja gak sih kayak ada Valentina juga gitu, tapi berani pakai Yuzong, berani ngedress Yuzong gitu. XP juga pasti kalah sih lawan Barat sih ya.
It's gonna be kind of tough. It's great to survive in lane against the Brody.
Bingung juga gua.
Especially when you're getting chased down by the
Kenapa pakai ini? Kenapa pakai Yuzong gitu?
Lets you evade from a lot of the dive. Now, not so much, right? So she's gonna have to rely on her Purify, on her dashes.
Gimana juga?
Yeah, it's mainly just so that you can go ahead and withstand the pressure that's going to be here from this lineup, especially from Team Vitality. The fact that they have a Luo Yi, you know, with the diversion plays, you kind of have to always have your head on a swivel. You always have to be looking around you, especially for Shinoa. And she's already showed that she can do this. I mean, she is the only one that's gotten a Savage here throughout MWI. So we'll see if she can actually continue to play the way she has been up to this point. And so, as we mentioned, that Turtle's going to be up here. Start up. The Smart Omega Empress. I'm not sure if Team Vitality can really do anything about it. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Nope. Keshi gets the turtle.
Vivian will be able to escape. Diversion coming down. Amore is going to be caught there. Goes with the Primal Wrath, able to take it and gets out. Well played to Amore. Doesn't even have to burn the Purify.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
This is like the, you know, the
kalau di bawah sih harusnya
you always get a choice to take a couple of these ultimates that are going to help you in certain situations, and this time it was that Primal Wrath. Look at this on the bottom side.
Yeah.
Shell gets the information. Not sure though.
Si Shinoa bisa menang deh soalnya dia punya Purify, jadi misal dia dapat stack dari Brody itu bisa hilang gitu kan.
Brody pick, man. Like we haven't seen Brody too much. I know we saw him debut today and then actually do all right, but in this matchup, you know, when you're trying to play from a distance because you're trying to avoid getting set up upon. I mean, there's a Barret's across from you. You already know the Hayabusa is going to be putting the pressure there. Is this a good pick for the gold lane? Is this good to get them another game under their belt here to extend the series?
Ya, semua itu harus Swiss nggak sih? Kalau dia kalah lane gitu kan, mending di Swiss kalian.
In the mid game is where Vitality will have most of the power, most of the advantage. Yeah. So as long as Smart Omega Empress don't go for a lot of these crazy fights early on, the fact that they've already gotten a neutral objective without contest is already really good, by the way. So Vitality really need to push on the pace here, and you can already see the rotation in the bottom side of the map. That's exactly what they're going for. Chell, Sky Piercer first item, Vivian. Two-man Earth Shatter into the onward, now dealing some damage. Keishi in the backline, City gonna be assassinated. Chell with a good stun over to Keishi, torn apart, memory used up. Keishi very low. Vivian, Primal Wrath, Vivalt. Not gonna go for the Lycan form just yet, but because of that aggressive maneuver,
tidak ada yang meninggal. Sini meninggal.
Empress got so much more value on top of the kill because not a Yanami 2 levels ahead gets half of the turret shield up top.
Yeah, good for her and good start here already for Smart.
Bisa level 7 duluan dia not Yanami.
You know the pressure coming out from a Hayabusa pick is always
going to be. Tadi sempat di freeze juga ya ini ya lane-nya. Jadi not Yanami freeze lane. Tidak keturut. Harusnya sih karena itu ya. Gue sih jujur nggak ekspektasi lebih juga sih sekarang karena udah match point buat Smart Omega juga kan.
And then they get out smooth criminal
like a ninja here. Keshi time and time again. Man, has she stepped up throughout the entirety of MWI. Picks up the Sky Piercer now too.
Tukar lane di sini dari XP sama goldnya.
Maybe 2. Because now you have a Sky Piercer and you have some
karena ini ya, karena turtle-nya di bagian XP lagi.
So she's gonna play around that. That's a flicker into the depth. Welcome Keishi comes in with a quad shadow and the shadow kill for Miyako can only just dive in. What an amazing setup up top. Mirai gonna be taken Off the land, done. Vitality really looking for a trade at this point of the game. Shinoa going in, dealing some damage. Vivel taking up a few shots for Chell. Deal as much damage as possible, but even then, they can't go for the turret. It's gonna be delayed a bit, and then Smart again will utilize that timing to go to mid lane. Amore, very aggressive. Keishi as well, doesn't have the Shadow Kill just yet. With the Purify used up, they go for the turret, they take it down. Vivian forced to use a Primal Wrath. 2,000 gold ahead. Smart Omega Empress.
The macro plays right now. The timing of the rotations from the Empress is just on point. It's been perfect throughout the series, even from the last series.
Ya walaupun misal tim Vitality kalah itu gue kecewa sih kecewa ya, cuman kayak nggak yang terlalu kecewa juga sih, soalnya Smart Omega juga bener-bener deserving gitu, bener-bener cocok lah buat menang kalau memang Omega bakal menang ya. XP-nya gila, kalah banget levelnya. Ini aku cuma punya sepatu anjir, nggak punya item, nggak punya item lain coba.
Now, top side.
I'm offended, locking her down. Good her shatter on the Furious Death defensively. We're gonna be caught under the turret. Cine picks up the kill. Back even on the board.
Turtle apakah bisa dicuri?
So heavily in favor of the Empresses.
Enggak sih, harusnya nggak berani nyuri juga sih si Cipro.
Diversion into the mid bush. The Black Dragon form. They want to go for the fight. Flicker forward into the stun and the Petrify. Vivian picks up the kill. That's a trade back for the turtle.
Okay, Team Vitality finding wins where they can. Yes, they've given up all 3 turtles, but they found a couple key kills. Could they get another? Flicker going to be used. Still alive for now, so for Team Vitality, managing to now get some space to work with across the map. They get the tier 1 down. It's going to be traded up top as Smart Omega Empress gets the top turret.
Tapi tetap kalah loh
midnya. Before that first Lord comes up, we have to make
anjir,
match
tapi hancur.
the macro level of play that Smart Omega Empress has done. And part of the good thing is, hey,
Ragu nggak terlalu jauh juga ya kan.
To help you do that. Malefic Roar being picked up as well for Vivel. So some of these key items are also being locked in because of the way that Team Vitality has been playing. We'll see if once again both teams get it situated.
Oh, 3-man, I'm offended. Into the damage. Good Terrify on a defensive Furious side. Vivian gonna be caught, and so does the Mieko. A double for Shinoa.
Mesti gitu anjir, mesti gitu serius. Sering banget kayak gitu. Apa sih tim Vitality diem di push itu gitu loh. Sering banget kayak gitu.
Doesn't have that's in his welcome, but Smart Omega Empress just pick up that turret. Good punishes on the board.
Man, every time there is a Ruby across from you, that is probably one of the most deadliest bushes that you can wait in, because you saw it. A multiple member I'm offended pull in that they collapse on. And that can happen time and time again. Every time Murray has her ultimate available, they're going to look for plays like that. And her game sense, her game knowledge is so good that she knows where to find those setups at. So still a push, a try from Team Vitality. Lord's coming up here in 5 seconds. The goal goes a little bit in favor, of course, for Smart Omega Empress. Defensive items, Radiant Armor now locked in for Vivian. She's going to be the one to take the front of the damage. Take the brunt of it here. Conceal going to be used though. There goes Vivian.
Time offended, getting used up. Vivian with the Primal Wrath forced out. Now the Shadow Kill into the back. Chell's going to be tanking a whole lot of that damage from Mieko with the Shinoa gets a fadeaway onto Vivian as she flickers out. The window slowly but surely closing for Team Vitality. They retaliate as a Black Dragon form. Death is welcome, connecting on the city, but she is able to purify out. Vivel now jumping on Amore, who steals out the Primal Wrath from Mieko.
Mereka bingung mau target siapa anjir. Ya.
Using the torn apart memory is not going to be enough. Sydney now stomped down to the ground by Not Ayanami, and that's another for a kill. Vivel caught all alone, chasing her down, but will not be able to take her out. Not just yet. Onto the tier 2 she goes instead of the Lord. And still, they can go for the Lord anytime they want. They decide now is the time.
Apa ya? Aneh banget sih semuanya.
Like one hit away, but you know what? Go for the Lord here. The Empresses are going for the kill.
Mereka waktu habis diversion tuh gak ngerti mau target siapa gitu. Kayak, ini, gak ada target pastinya gitu.
disgruntled or disjointed when they approach these team fights, and the targeting is just not there. And Smart Omega Empress knows this, and they've been playing to that tune. Now with the Lord in their favor, going down the middle. Could this possibly be the push? Have they gotten themselves this much of a lead to end the game before the 12-minute mark? Shields are going to pop here. Lord now in the mid lane. Team Vitality's got to deal with it. Looks like they're going to be able to clear it up pretty easily here.
Ada ulti dari Merah.
Walks up forward. Casey has the quad shadow on Chell. She can decide to go for it, but Shinoa is a bit too low. Vivian pops in to conceal. Now the Magic Sentry will be able to reveal all 5 members, but Vitality can only just watch as Smart Omega Empress back away.
Okay. Team Vitality still okay. They stay in the game. They hold on to the base turrets, albeit one hit away on that mid turret. But this is where, you know, they have enough time to go ahead and build up some items. Glowing Wand locked in from Cinny. She's only got the Enchanted Talisman after that, but also even for Vivian, you know, she doesn't have that much defense. She's working on the second item. She's got, of course, that Radiant Armor to help with that magic damage, but, you know, even to be said, they don't have an answer for Shinoa yet. Shinoa's been completely fine and untouched on this carry pick, even half the time not needing her Purify. Blade of Despair also locked in for Keshi, so Keshi a huge threat for Team Vitality to get over. And as long as they play against the I'm Offended being the setup potential for them, or even from not Ayanami, she's been on point with this Barrett's, they should be okay, but it's all about buying more time. They managed to withstand that first push, that siege with the Lord. Can they buy more time here to get ready for the next one? I think even when we're a minute away from this Lord, unless something miraculous happens, and that has to be that diversion.
Oh, gue sampai diem doang, anjir.
And win that
Gue
one
nggak
fight possibly, or
ngomong
win the team
apa-apa,
fight.
cok. Gue soalnya bingung gitu. Kayak gimana caranya tim Vitality bisa menang gitu kan. Jujur bingung juga, soalnya banyak purify, banyak kayak mereka nggak terlalu berasa juga gitu. Gue juga bingung gimana jalan untuk menangnya itu kayak gimana, gue belum nemu sih di sini. Kalau bisa Amor ini bisa ngambil ultinya si Vivian bisa, Funeko bisa.
It's over for Team Vitality. Now they have to dig deep.
Yeah, they're gonna have to dig deep. Heard the conceal being used there too, but you know at this point, Shell did pick up a Wind of Nature, so at least she's got a little more defense here. And I think that's the struggle, you know, is getting the marks off. That's the thing about the Brody. You do have range, but you also got to get those marks off and then hope that you can cap off with the torn apart memory. And so far, as this Lord is up, they try to get in this positioning. The good thing, like I said, they managed to hold on to that mid turret, so they'll have to manage the wave. Not sure if they want to actually contest fully for the Lord. They have the information. Conceal used as well. But Smart Omega Empress will take this slowly. They know they have this movement on their favor, the time on their favor. And so it looks like Team Vitality won't pull the trigger just yet.
Good wave up top for Team Vitality. They're really trying to play their cards right at this point because really they cannot make any mistakes. For Smart Omega Empress, it's much more relaxed for them. It's another day. It's another game. They've gotten 2 already.
At match point.
Shinoa is level 14 to the Brody, and this is usually to what we see a Brody. City walks up again very aggressively.
Okay, still waves being managed here. Look at the placements, of course, for Fumi. She might be part of this whole thing. If they can pull this off, if they can find a way to utilize this, but the conceal is going to be used. They force Vivian back. That might be enough for them to just give the go on the Lord. It looks like they're going to go ahead and push it. But as Vivian approaches back up, they don't know where the diversion is going to come through. And that's also part of the equation for Smart Omega Empress on why they take it slowly. Meanwhile, they're building more defensive items. Rose Gold Meteor now picked up for Shinoa to help with a little bit of that burst, that magic damage that can come through from Cinny, especially when the diversion follows through. But we're at a stalemate here. Amore holding on to that Edith Ultimate, the Primal Wrath, if they need it. But still, even Smart Omega Empress does this for the next 2-3 minutes. It gives time for Team Vitality to catch up a little bit. There's the diversion. They're going to go.
Onto Vivian, Lo Yi, diversion into the back. Shinoa gonna be caught in the midst of it all right now. The Black Dragon form comes in. Vivo jumps in with Lycan form. Cini dealing damage onto Amore with the help of Chell. Fomi able to escape. Vivo goes for Lycan pounce, unable to get Shinoa. Keishi gets stunned, but is still able to get to the quad shadow in time. Vitality are fighting, so are Smart Omega Empress.
Keluar
Like you
semua
said,
anjir
Ngasih
ini
is
ya.
still a stalemate, but Vivo wants to go for it. It's been stolen away.
Hah?
May with the steal on Barat of all things.
How did not Ayanami get that? It's not her. What happened? How? Let's take a look at the STC replay. She goes in. Tell me it was the missiles. Oh, what? It wasn't even the missile. What a steal. Let's put it at that. And she's going to feel pretty good about that. And they march into the base now. Lord mid lane. Conceal going to be used.
Enhanced Lord charging down to the mid lane. Dora Wolf came onto Vivo, but she's able to still escape. Shinoa jumping forward. Oh, not Ayanami. Once again with the Nexus. Welcome. Vivian going to be shredded down. Keishi in the back line with a shadow kill as well. Fomi goes next to the topping block. She goes for the Fury side. Keishi gets a double. The Lord dealt with, but there's another wave. Keishi walking up. Chell moving forward. Jumps in with a stack, but now will we stay with a ninja? Chell with a double. Saves the game for a big Shinoa. Will punish a bit more, picking up another base turret.
Shell keeps Team Vitality, keeps their dynasty together with that one play for now, buying themselves some more time. Smart Omega Empress so close, so near the end there, but not going to be able to get it. You take a look at the STC replay, they had it here at this moment. They go in with a Daytona's welcome on the backside. Keshi goes in with a shadow kill, with the Lord quickly
terlalu lama ini gak sih? Terlalu lama
and no minion wave pushed in
terbangnya,
because
soalnya
the
dia
turrets
kecil terus sama si
are
Shinoa.
still up. You can see, of course, a little adjustment here from Murray. They know that at that point they could have ended it possibly, but what a defense from Team Vitality. And all this equates to getting to that point. This is the longest game that they've had in the series so far. And it buys them enough time to build up. Now you have some of these defensive items for Team Vitality. Winter's Crown there.
Masih 2 item aja.
Could be enough. Also the antique harass now for Vivian to help with some of that damage coming through. And so at this point, they find themselves at this once again. The hard part for Team Vitality is not just waiting for the Lord and going through that whole orchestrated dance again. It's the fact that they don't have many turrets now. They can't really move around the map the way they want to unless they're going to go and take a risk and use the diversion. But it's better for them to just kind of wait for the same situation they saw earlier. The problem is now on the flip side, Smart Omega Empress starts picking up immortalities. There's 2 now on the board for them that they can work around with. And even the same can be said now. Vivian, there's the endless battle. So key items across the board for both teams being picked up here.
Far lane control too. Ngasih always going to be in control of Smart Omega Empress.
Jangan di situ
It's
semua.
already very difficult for Vitality to handle the slow pushes being built up by Smart Omega up top, with the Lord always being in the bottom side of the map. But now with the base turret taken down there, even if they deal with it, even if they constantly clear it, it's always going to be slow pushing back to them. And again, when it comes to wave clear, it's not the composition you want. It's a Lo Yi, it's a Brody.
It's not the composition you want, and right now Vivian's going to give the information that they started up the Lord here. Fumi Echo getting in position. There's diversion. It's the same setup here, just like last time.
But now it's going to be a bit different. Steals it away now with the Lycan Passion. No one's going to be taken down by the Executor, the Sky Piercer. Take a look at the movements now as the Evolve Lord spawns in the bottom side of the map. It's going to be a lot of members trying to look for a little bit of those plays. Keishi was onto the mid lane, but luckily the minions spawned in. Smart Omega Empress, they wanted to go for a cheeky little side split push. But now what do? It's an Evolve Lord.
It's an Evolve Lord that Smart Omega Empress has to deal with, but great play this time around. Vival gets the retribution off, keeps Team Vitality's hopes alive for this. And Divine Glaive picked up for Cini, so this is another power spike for them to deal with. And it's pretty much even, at least in economy-wise, for the team. Now for Team Vitality, can they go ahead and get some space to work with? They can go ahead and looks like Smart Omega Empress also wants to hold down the front if they can. Can't be greedy. They're going to go for it here, putting the pressure.
Good, I'm offended, but now with the Winter Crown there, remember, the Evolve Lord is still in the bottom lane. They need to send members to deal with it. Tier 1 in the mid lane going to be taken down as well now as they send the members down below. Shino with the ultimate already. Evolved Lord going to be dealt with. Doesn't seem like Vitality can utilize that Lord. Great defense by smart Omega Empress. It didn't even charge in the base turret.
Didn't charge in. So after all of that, after that retribution from Vival, they got what? One turret in the mid lane. And you can look at it this way. It's baby steps. Baby steps in the right direction to extend the series and not get swept
Jauh
here.
banget ini apa namanya,
Smart
beda
Mega Empress,
beda
Team
beda
Vitality
goldnya
trying to
si
do everything they
Sumiako,
can
guys.
from that base defense earlier on.
Masih
From
kurang
Shell
2 item
to
lagi.
that steal of the Lord from Vival. And now diversion going to be used into the base, into the jungle.
Cindy's still able to escape. Mariah is going to go with the I'm offended now onto Vivian. Catching her to Terrify 2. It'll bait out the Flicker. A big resource once again, but it will be Smart Omega Empress again, denying a
Kan nggak punya flicker di sini,
that
guys.
diversion.
Do you think that's the move, Mirko? Do you have to start to make those kind of plays for Team Vitality? Is it the right move, or is it better to just wait for this Lord Tango to commence here, the third one of the game?
I think it was a great move earlier, right? To catch them off guard, because I think even Smart Omega Empress, they were like, there's no way they take that. But if you keep on doing that, it'll be very readable. And Smart Omega Empress, we've seen that they've been able to get the read on Vitality. So Vitality gotta keep on throwing feints. It's a bit harder now on the Loyi to throw feints because of the cooldown that's been nerfed quite a bit. The duration now a bit longer. So many of the feinting moments with the diversion no longer possible.
Yeah, it's definitely harder here for them, but you know, at this point, we've seen this a couple times now. When we get into the territory of this is the 4th Lord that will be taken, you're past the 20-minute mark. You know, this stronger Lord is going to
Di sini
hurt.
Lordnya di atas ya, jadi dari sisinya Team Vitality harusnya
and then they try to come in with a diversion. And if possibly they can even get a pick off, that's going to be great for the numbers for Team Vitality. But it looks like the information comes through, and still at the same time, like you mentioned
soalnya kan
earlier,
tower bawah tuh masih ada, jadi minionnya bukan minion gede gitu.
Smart Omega Empress, they're going to go ahead and get in position here.
Sini udah nggak punya teleport lagi loh, tapi
But now at this point, Team Vitality has all the defensive items that they need to really contest this. Vivian goes up front side. They're going to wait still. If they can buy time, diversion available now. And we might see a very similar setup that we saw earlier on with this Lord.
We're going to have to see that. How does Smart Omega Empress tackle this? It seems Shinoa, I guess this is the advantage of going for the Brave Smite, right? You don't have as much mobility, but you can even tank up the Lord. So Evolve Lord changes to the Lord? Nah, I'm good with the carry.
Just tank it up, but it's still the same dance. You know, this is again going back to it where before we on all this Lord dance and everything else, but now it's just kind of this
kedua tim sama-sama
maybe the square
hati-hati,
dance
yes.
or whatever we can call it, the tango.
Gue juga
You
deg-degan
have those
coy.
waves pushing in, but Smart Omega Empress, they actually
Soalnya dalam hati gue masih pengen gitu si Vitality menang gitu.
And one thing you can't count them out is
Ya,
the fact that they could go for a split push. We've seen it happen before. Hell, we've seen
Mana ya?
teams just run it down mid, even when the team is so
Ngeri
concerned
juga
with
sih.
the Lord, this objective, because by this time, you know, 24 minutes in, this Lord could possibly be a guaranteed push into the base and a win for the game. If Team Vitality even steals it, is already going to give them a big advantage, but this is probably the most cautious that we've seen both these teams so far throughout the series.
Good read there. Just utilizing the jungle creep to open up the bush for you. Notice that it walked the other way. There was someone in that bush. She doesn't know who, but she has a pretty good idea.
That's that game IQ.
In-game equipment, let's take a look at this once again. Yeah, Winter Crown already built up, and
Oke, kurang satu item semua dari Sumiako, Jimmy sama
but
Vivian.
at this point, we're really just going to be waiting for some item swaps.
See if they go in that. Checking the bush here. Diversion going to be used.
Moray's going to be caught all alone with a diversion there. Great catch. Moray's able to escape, but now Immortality taken down. That's a big, big item. That'll be down for quite a bit. One of the Immortalities down. Now they got to deal with the big Dynaman.
And even with that, they just go back to what this was, right? Setting up positions for this Lord. And for Team Vitality, that might be the play, you know, trying to catch someone off guard from Smart Omega Empress that time around. They weren't able to capitalize the kill, but they did get the flicker, they did get the immortality, which are crucial for the success of this lineup for Smart Omega Empress, especially when it comes to this fighting. So still, they don't want to actually start this up just yet because of the fact diversion is available again. Oh, flicker in.
That's an most welcome. Vivol buys the immortality, gets up with the Lycan form from Mieko. Jumping to the back, City, all over City! In a 1v4! Buys the blood wings, gets out! Oh my goodness, Vivian! Goes with the Earth Shadow, Keishi on the chase, City gonna be taken down! Vivian, no immortality! The Shadow kill to the back, Little Nature there, Chell goes for the stun, but Keishi wants to go for the execute. A few more hits with Lycan form, Chell still able to kite away! Now Keishi assassinates Vivol! As Chell buys the immortality.
I think they're going to go ahead and run it down mid. They're going to focus on the base here. There's only 2 left for Team Vitality.
Big waves coming down. Chell going to be targeted down. No immortality. On a conquest for their 25th. The queens of Mlbb have fallen. The dynasty, the streak.
Congrats lah buat Smart Omega Empress yang nggak ngasih poin sama sekali anjir ke Team Vitality. 3-0 gila.
No queen shall rule forever.
Kelas.
The
Emang
Empresses have made
kayaknya emang PH anjir lah PH buat cok ternyata.
The queens of
Yang kuat-kuat sekarang guys.
Man, what
Ya,
a game.
sebenarnya lagi guys.
26 minutes.
Tapi deserving banget buat si Omega karena
From Smart Omega Empress is here.
berhasil naklukin Team Vitality gitu kan, keren gak sih?
And what they just accomplished here.
Gak ada yang nyangka dulu kan, pasti semua orang bakal mikir bahwa Team Vitality bakal menang lagi dan lagi dan lagi gitu kan, tapi ternyata Omega Empress yang menang gitu kan. Jadi wah, gimana ya, ya udahlah. Ya udah sih gitu sih, kalau dari gua mungkin dari awal tuh draftnya udah jelek di game pertama maupun game kedua itu udah nggak kurang banget lah gitu di draft. Jadi mungkin itu yang bikin dari tim Vitality kayak kurang percaya diri, kurang apa ya, kurang gimana gitu lah. Jadi akhirnya 2 poin diambil, akhirnya mereka kayak wah gimana ya, kayak udah match point nih buat musuhnya, jadi itu ngaruh banget sih di mental kalau menurut gue ya. Jadi ya mungkin itu aja dari gue. Ya kita lanjut ke sampai ketemu lagi lah pokoknya. Mungkin itu aja dari gue. Seperti biasa, stay hydrated guys, oke? Bye bye.